In this video I would like to show you how you can propagate apple rootstocks in a very simple way from softwood cuttings without much effort at all. So what I did this year, I was grafting some apples. I got some 106 rootstocks and I grafted some apple trees on them, but I planted near lawn where my kids play ball very often, and when they play football they quite often hit one of them. And as you can see here, I hope you can see it, the graft got moved many times, and this one seems that it didn't take. I thought no one will take, but to my surprise some of them took and grow. I wasn't hoping for that at all, since I saw how many times they were hit and moved. Still, some of them made it. But anyway, even those who made, you can see this is a graft. This is a new shoot of a cultivar which I wanted. But here, this is a rootstock, and this shoot is growing from the rootstock. Normally, people would remove the shoot because you don't want to get fruits from that. It's a rootstock. I leave them for two reasons. One reason is in case that my graft will fail, like this is quite obviously happening here, or probably here as well. When it fails, I have a shoot, for example this one, where I'll be able to graft on this shoot next year and have a second chance on grafting the same thing on the same rootstock. But even where I see that, for example here, this new shoot seems to be growing well, and I expect it to survive and grow in a good apple tree, no matter how badly treated the graft was. So here, in this case, what I can do with this shoot, rootstock shoot, is I will wait it to go a little bit bigger. It's almost good as it is, and I will remove it here, but instead of throwing out, I will use it as a softwood cutting. I'll leave for example, two very smallest leaves on the very top, so that they're not evaporating too much. And I'll insert it into ground, and I'll show you how it looks like. So here you can see this thing. That is one of my softwood cuttings. I just inserted it here. It's a shady place, so it's good for rooting, so it doesn't dry out too much before it gets possibility to root. Well, I can agree that it's not the healthiest example of a plant, but I think it will survive. It is here for a few weeks already, 2 weeks maybe, and these were the original two leaves, and it's starting to get new leaves here. Slugs are eating them, or somebody else, I don't know, some aphids, but I think it will survive, and that's the main thing. I will have another rootstock after one growing season next spring, or even this autumn. I'll be able to graft on it, and I'll have another apple tree on 106 rootstock. And here's example how it looks when it didn't make it. So this one, it seems to be dying. I don't think it will survive. Just to show you what it looks like when it dies instead of rooting. Things happen. But if you have these, here's again one example of a graft, but it might take actually. It's terrible, but you see this small leaf, it goes out of the signwood, so it might survive actually. And if it does survive, I will remove this, and down there this shoot, and I will have 2 more softwood cuttings to insert somewhere and hope for them to root. And it's very easy, even without tools. You can just take it with your fingers like this and take it off, stick it into a soil. Main thing, keep it moist, and don't let too much sun damage it. Keep it in shade preferably, and chances are they will root and you'll get such a plant, which after 1 growing season will be ready for grafting as a rootstock. Why buy them if you can get them as weeds?